Everyone knew this was coming. Juan Soto, one of baseball's very best players, in year one of potentially 15 plus with the New York Mets, returning to Yankee Stadium. Soto was a New York Yankee for one season, the season before this one, and he was awesome. Then his contract expired, a bidding war broke out between New York's two baseball teams for his services, and the metaphorical little brother Mets won against the big brother Yankees. Yankee fans lit into Soto the literal first chance they got for this. They called him a traitor, a sellout, a bum, a whole lot meaner than that too. Things I really shouldn't repeat in a YouTube video. It was a blessing for me as a Mets fan. This might have been the best notification I ever got in my life. But to Yankee fans, it was an unconscionable act. The worst sin possible. I have news for Yankee fans, though. They may not remember it, but they were in fact on the other side of something like this 2 decades ago. And the other side of them, in that situation, may have had even more of a leg to stand on. As Jonah Hill told Brad Pitt in a parking garage one time, Johnny Damon signed with the Boston Red Sox entering 2002 on a 4-year deal. He was an interesting, scrappy, athletic kind of player, coming off 6 years in Kansas City and 1 in Oakland. He was a fast center fielder who hustled, had a good hit tool, and solid defense. A very contrasting skill set from most other standout players of this time. Damon was a truly productive all-star player in year 1 in Boston who led MLB in triples. The Sox didn't make the playoffs, so he'd be the first to tell you that that didn't really matter. Damon had a less productive year individually in 03, but the Red Sox did make the playoffs, and he did show off to Red Sox fans diehard and casual, and baseball fans in general, I guess, what made him so endearing to watch. His skill set was very well-rounded, and he played the game hard. Maybe sometimes a little too hard.
Off the end of the bat into short center field, Damon coming on, Damian Jackson going out, they collide! Damon and Jackson both down in short center field.
Damon said the next 4 to 5 hours after this concussion were really bad. I mean, duh. Look at this. But because the team advanced to the next round, and he was just that kind of player, he went 3 for 4 in his first game back. Of course he did. And that next round back was against Boston's bitter rival New York Yankees. Maybe the most intense rivalry in all of American sports at this time. And also the most one-sided. From the time the Red Sox sold some guy you've probably never heard of named Babe Ruth to the Yankees after the 1919 baseball season through this moment right here, the Yankees won a lot. The Red Sox did not win a single championship.
Which is Babe Ruth threw a piano in the river or something, and then they didn't win the World Series for 600 years.
These teams faced each other constantly, reminding each other of the dichotomy going on. 26 championships, winning the only head-to-head playoff matchup they ever had, 4-1, and the only winner-take-all type game they ever played, when a guy hitting last in the Yankee lineup that didn't have much power hit the go-ahead home run. The Red Sox once held a 14-game lead over the Yankees in the standings this season on top of all that. Whenever they were matched up, things worked out for the Yankees and didn't work out for the Red Sox. And on top of that, the Red Sox last time being close to finally winning the World Series, and I mean really close, like 1 strike away type close, a wild pitch and a slow ground ball through the first baseman's legs extended the drought. To a New York team in the next game at that. It's now an 85-year run without a single World Series championship for Boston. So the Yankees won a ton, against everyone really, but mostly the Red Sox. But finally, the Red Sox thought they had a chance to get payback.
Wink at him. He is going, and Ortiz pounds a home run into right. The Red Sox lead 2-0. Upper tank. Off the bat of Ortiz, who gets his first ever hit against Messina and takes him out of the park. Here's one into right that's got a chance. At the wall, off the bat of Ramirez, a leap, and it's gone. A 2-homer inning for Boston, and they've doubled their lead. It's 4-0. is hammered into left center field. Back is Kepler. This ball is up against. 2 runs are going to score, and the Yankees tack on 2 big ones. It's 6-2.
It'll be an 0-2. The pitch is good. Struck him out swinging. Fastball up. Ball game over. Yankees win. And the series is tied at a game apiece. And now we head to Fenway for the next 3. And in the next game on Saturday, Pedro Martinez for Boston and the Rocket Roger Clemens for the Yanks. You know what? It promises to be just what you thought it would be, a really great ALCS.
Third, nobody out, and this is over the head. Actually, must have hit the bat of Kareem Garcia, and a foul ball, and Garcia immediately pops up and screams at Martinez.
Yeah, that was perilously close to his head.
Now Ramirez.
That ball's not even close.
Talk about looking for a reason.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Before the start of the bottom of the 9th inning, we've had another ugly incident as a fan out above that Yankee bullpen has jumped down in there. Police responded immediately, as did the bullpen staff for the Yankees. Center field for Bernie Williams, and the New York Yankees have taken Game 3. Red Sox win Game 4. Jeter with a sensational catch to end Game 5. We'll see you tomorrow night. Game 7.
One of the most devastating losses in the history of baseball. Boston was going home again, with the Yankees kicking them to the curb again. The term that was going around to describe the Red Sox was cursed, and they needed any kind of vibe shift they could get to improve morale and finally push towards a title in 2004. Damon came up with a new nickname for the guys inside the Red Sox clubhouse to go by. From this point on, the Boston Red Sox were the idiots. A bunch of carefree guys going out there, having fun, and winning ball games. And they truly did pull off all 3 of those things in 2004. But Damon's physical appearance changed that year too to reflect this new carefree, fun mindset. Damon now looked like this. And this look became iconic for him. You guys want to see something I found the other day? This is a Vanilla Ice card, if the lighting likes it. It's like a baseball card, basically. There's like back of baseball card bio information about Vanilla Ice. This was just at my parents' house in my stuff in a drawer I hadn't looked at in 10 years. If you also love random cards of things, Arena Club is the place for you. Looking to buy, sell, trade, or rip cards? Arena Club is changing the hobby with their transparent slab packs and no-fee auctions. Whether you're chasing grails or flipping slabs, Arena Club makes it easy to collect the cards you love. With slab packs, you can rip a pack for as low as $25 and hit on a card that's worth tens of thousands of dollars. Arena Club is the most trusted name in the game. They offer full transparency, showing every card in the pack with the likelihood of pulling each one so you know what's available before you buy. In my pull for this video, I landed a Corbin Carroll card, which was a wonderful reminder that I am in no way as fast as Corbin Carroll. Arena Club will make you an instant offer for your card based on its market value. No guessing, no waiting. Accept it on the spot. Simple, fast, and risk-free. Man, if Arena Club existed when I was 8 years old, it would have been the most mind-bending thing I'd ever seen. Right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/SRS and use code SRS. Thank you again to Arena Club for sponsoring this video. Back to the action. Caveman Johnny Damon had a very good year in 2004 and was now the quintessential long hair plus beard guy in the sport. Bostonians loved him, more and more as time was going on. But again, none of it would matter if the Red Sox didn't finally win a championship. They felt this team they had right now was better than the New York Yankees. Damon himself said this publicly. However, we were seemingly in an even more nightmare version of 2003 once the circumstances came back in 2004. Best of 7 series, Yankees versus Red Sox, first to 4 wins goes to the World Series. 3 games in, all 3 go to the Yankees, with an absolutely back-breaking lopsided loss for the Sox in Game 3. No baseball team has ever rallied back for 4 straight wins in a playoff series when their opponents only need 1. So Boston has their work cut out for them.
Ortiz in the deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight. Ortiz hits it to deep left field. Back at the monster and gone. It's a 1-run game. In the air to center field. That should tie it. Roberts will tag and go. The throw into second, and it's a 4-4 game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
A 1-out walk on a borderline pitch. Ortiz fights it off center field. Damon running to the plate, and he can keep on running to New York. Game 6 tomorrow night.
Lar leading. Line shot center field, and the run is in. A base hit for Meriton. That brings in Pilar, and the Red Sox have the lead in Game 6.
A feeble swing by Sierra. He strikes out for the 3rd time. And Game 6 goes to the Yankees. Runners go. Red Sox force Game 7.
Damon leads off Game 7 in New York with a single, but is thrown out at home trying to score on another hit with 1 out in the inning. Not an ideal start to this winner-take-all game. David Ortiz does hit a home run 1 batter later to make it 2-0 Sox, and in the 2nd inning, guys start to get on base en masse. With a suddenly very real chance to put this game out of reach early and make the impossible and unprecedented more of a reality, Johnny Damon is back at the dish.
Trying to do the same. Damon hits it in the air to right field. Sheffield back in the corner. At the wall, a grand slam. Johnny Damon. Quiet all series, goes deep. 4 more runs, and it's 6-0.
For the Damon home run.
There's another one in right field. Johnny Damon is going off. 3 for 3. 6 runs batted in, and it's an 8-1 Red Sox lead. Here it is, ground ball to second. Reese, the Boston Red Sox have won the pennant.
Johnny, first team in baseball history to come back, win a series after losing the first 3. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, we knew our team was special. Even when we got down 3-0, we knew we had a special team. But I mean, I'm so proud of our guys. I mean, we stepped it up, and now we're going to the World Series. Our job's not done, but I mean, we are very happy. A lot of people are counting us out, but not us. We're gonna party for a little while, but it's going to be a great World Series, so stick with us. Never count us out. Thank you very much for supporting us all year long, and for the World Series, too. You know, we're coming home.
And guess what? They weren't done there.
And that ball is ripped into right field. Walker is back at the wall. The Red Sox score first again. What a start. 1-0 Boston here in Game 4. Damon gets his first home run of this World Series. Back to Folk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Idiots this year, we're Cowboys, but you know what? when all is said and done, we are now the 2004 World Champions.
And you weren't around in 1918, but do you understand, having lived in Boston a few years, the significance of this?
Oh, absolutely.
The 2004 Boston Red Sox are one of the greatest stories in sports history. Down for the count against their bitter rival after having basically never ever getting past them, they stormed back, completing the unprecedented comeback, peaking with them dominating them in their own building, and then sweeping a World Series title. For the first time in 86 years, the Boston Red Sox won a World Series. Johnny Damon was a huge part of that, and he was celebrated at every opportunity. Remember, he was responsible for the vibe shift in that clubhouse. And because a win like this carries over for like the rest of human history, his popularity grew.
Johnny Damon! You got the sweetest ass in the league! Very nice.
He was voted a starter in the 2005 All-Star Game. His caveman image only grew into more and more of household knowledge, and he had his best finish in MVP award voting ever. But you may have noticed something. If you passed first grade math and know how to count, I said Damon signed on for 4 years in Boston, and this is, year number 4. That means his deal is up after this 2005 season, and he could theoretically leave Boston. Damon doesn't really want to do that, though. It's fine, I'm not worried about this, because Johnny Damon has said this out loud publicly already. "I'd like to finish my career here and get locked up for a long time," Damon said. "I know it's always been Red Sox policy to wait till after the season, but that can get hairy. I'm in a good spot, but the Red Sox know this is the best spot for me personally." Well, if it's hairy, then Damon's probably fine. So, Damon wants to be in Boston, but realistically, any team could sign him, especially teams willing to pay top dollar. When you hear that, I assume your mind instantly goes one of two places. The first is to the LA Dodgers, but in the words of Bill Simmons, they already used their dumb winter signing on Rafael Furcal. Damon echoed that same sentiment many years later.
I thought the Dodgers were going to work out. They just signed Furcal.
The other place your mind goes is, well, the nuclear option. In May of 2005, Damon quickly brushed off any idea of ever doing the unthinkable and flipping sides in the rivalry. "There's no way I can go play for the Yankees, but I know they're going to come after me hard. It's definitely not the most important thing to go out there for the top dollar, which the Yankees are going to offer me. It's not what I need." These are Damon's words. He said this. He wants to stay in Boston because it's just wrong to sell out and flip sides in the rivalry, at least according to his perspective. And you can understand that. After all the time he's spent trying to overthrow the Yankees and finally succeed in getting the Red Sox their ring after toppling said Yankees, it would look so unnatural if he ever joined them. I mean, they have a ban on long hair and beards at this time. This is Johnny freaking Damon we're talking about. No hair, no beard on this guy? You really think that's a fit, going to the Yankees now? It would look like the NBA players entering the Static Shock universe to create a superhero team. It's just kind of weird and strange for Damon to even consider this. It just doesn't look right at all. So in December of 2005...
Last year, during the pennant race in the summer, you actually said, "I will never ever play for the Yankees." Do you regret saying that, or what changed?
Well, I don't regret saying that. I just think other parts got left out when I said I would never play for the Yankees unless the Red Sox embarrassed me, or and that's how I pretty much felt.
Unbelievable. Johnny Damon is now the center fielder for the New York Yankees. He took the bag, shaved his beard off, and cut his hair to do it, which, in my humble opinion, kind of ruined his aura. He thought he was going to look like Snoopy becoming Joe Cool when it's more like Jerry Seinfeld with that haircut. Baseball needs more scraggly Samson-looking guys, not less. He claims he was gonna do this anyway, but it is just such a terrible look after going against his own words and switching sides of the most bitter rivalry in American sports. Something he said he did out of perceived disloyalty from the Red Sox organization themselves. Damon signs with the Yankees for 4 years and $52 million. He says the Red Sox offered him 4 years, $40 million. He also says they made him no offer at all, somehow. He also says they offered him the 4-year, $40 million after he already signed with the Yankees.
Made the move, and a couple days later, I get a package, DHL package from the Red Sox, 4-year, $40 million contract, and it's like, okay.
Even though the media reported that the Red Sox were willing to do this 2 weeks before he even signs the Yankees deal, but may not have done it yet just since Damon didn't even show up to their meeting. Look, am I willing to give Damon the benefit of the doubt here that the Red Sox cheaped out on him, especially given their future decisions of a similar ilk? Sure. I don't really know what happened, and neither do you. But the complicated web Damon tries to present about the situation simply cannot coexist. At least from what I'm seeing him say, the story is constantly contradicting itself. You can kinda see him try to backtrack his anti-Yankees talk early in his tenure there anyway, and that leads to the sentiment Boston fans chose to run with from day one. He left for the money.
During this whole time, my interest to go into the Yankees increased, because they were calling me A-Rod, Torrey, Jeter. They all were saying, come play for the Yankees. Everything's first class here.
And maybe he did. Plain and simple. And I don't even fully blame him for that, since ball players maxing out their earnings during their limited career lengths have to last them their whole lives, and this is how they make their living. But when you establish that you will never switch sides, and then switch sides, that breeds resentment. Something Boston fans were gonna show him firsthand.
Leading off for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 18, Johnny Damon.
Damon was never truly welcomed back in Boston the next few years. All the memory of the love they had for him and the impact he had on their championship team, on the field and in the clubhouse, were as far gone as the hair and beard. Especially when in August of 2006, when the Red Sox were a game and a half back of the Yankees for the AL East crown, heading into a 5-game series, yes, 5 whole games at Fenway Park in Boston, where the Yankees won all 5, effectively ending the Red Sox divisional hopes right there. However, after this gut punch in 2006, both sides managed to become winners. In year 2 of Damon's time as a Yankee, the Boston Red Sox won their second World Series of the 21st century. They would also win one in 2013 and 2018, the most titles of any team since 2004, when Damon helped them pick up number 1. And the last thing Damon ever did as a Yankee to cap off his 4-year deal with them was win the 2009 World Series, hoisting up championship trophy number 2 in his career, one on each side of the rivalry. In that sense, at least both parties make it out okay after this. I have no other place in the video to put this, by the way, but here's 2 wacky-looking things I remember from Damon's Yankees tenure that I always get a huge kick out of.
Career against Lidge. There goes Damon, no chance for Ruiz. And now headed to third base as he got around Feliz.
The throw's in the dirt. And Damon keeps going after the pop-up slide.
Let's go, 3-2. Driven deep to left field. Going back, Damon. Still back. Leaps and makes the play. Oh! Now he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. 2 runs will score. Euclid heading to third. He's in there. The game is tied at 3.
We get another look there. Damon back. He's going to run out of real estate up. The ball does not leave the ballpark. It sat right on top of the wall.
The Yankees this time let Damon walk after the 2009 team won the World Series with him as a top-of-the-order bat, and he then finishes his career in 2012 after stops in Detroit, Tampa, and Cleveland. He even wanted one more stint as a Yankee in 2013, and they wouldn't bite. Which, if he has to pick one side of the rivalry to get one last cup of coffee with, that was probably the one. Over half a decade after the initial wounds, while Damon played for the Rays in 2011, Boston still wasn't quite ready for that. Johnny Damon had a very interesting, underrated career. That much is certain. And his place in baseball's most historically significant rivalry is etched forever into the history books. Now almost 2 decades into the future from this initial explosion of the beef. Today, all is well in this right. He does have the long hair and beard back, which just looks so much more right for him. The Yankees actually undid the hair and beard policy entering this 2025 season too. The universe has corrected itself. You could also find him suiting up with the long hair and beard for the Savannah Bananas. Only time will tell if he'll ever switch up and join the party animals.